Burying your mother is the worst day of your life. Coming home to find your in-laws sold your house, the one you owned before marriage, and then mailing you a $12,000 moving bill? That's the kind of sociopathic greed that ends with federal charges and prison time. I'm Jessica Martinez, 36 years old. Last week, I buried my mother. Cancer, 62 years old. I was gone for 4 days. Funeral across the country. Grief, family, saying goodbye. I came home to an empty house, my $450,000 house. Everything gone. Furniture, clothes, photos, my daughter's toys. All of it. Gone. A note on the kitchen counter. Sold the house. You're welcome. Got $465,000. Closing was yesterday. You need to be out by tonight. P.S. We're sending you our moving bill, $12,000 for helping you downsize. Mom and Dad Harrison. My in-laws, who'd been house-sitting while I buried my mother, sold my house that I bought before marriage that had my name and only my name on the deed? This is the story of how grief became theft, theft became federal crimes, and audacity became 8 years in prison. Before I tell you how they forged my signature, before you hear what the FBI found, hit like now. Comment on your city. This is about in-laws who thought a funeral was the perfect crime opportunity. 8 years ago, I bought my house. Before marriage, before David, before in-laws. Just me. I was 28, software engineer, saved for years, $90,000 down payment, $450,000 purchase price, 3 bedrooms, suburb, perfect starter home. Deed, Jessica Chen, my maiden name, sole owner, my house. 2 years later, I met David. We dated, fell in love, got married. We discussed the house. Do you want to add my name to the deed? I said, let's wait, see how marriage goes. Keep finances separate for now. He agreed. Makes sense. It's your house. You bought it. I'm just happy to live here. The deed stayed in my name, Jessica Martinez now, after marriage, but still sole owner. David's parents moved to our city 3 years ago, from Florida, to be closer to family, meaning to insert themselves into our lives constantly. They were difficult. Controlling, entitled. His mother, Lind, said, "This house is too small. When are you upgrading?" His father, Robert, "You should sell, buy something bigger for grandchildren." I said, "This is my house. I like it. We're staying." Linda, "Your house? You're married. It's David's house, too." I said, "Actually, legally, it's mine. My name is on the deed, not David's." She looked furious, never forgave me for that. Last month, my mother got sick. Cancer. Terminal. Hospice care. Across the country, California. I'm in Virginia. I had to go, be with her. Final days. David couldn't come. Work emergency. Critical project deadline. I said, I'll go alone. Be back in a week. David's parents offered to house sit. We'll watch the house, make sure everything's okay, feed the cat, water plants. I hesitated, didn't trust them, but needed someone. David said, they'll be fine, just a week, what could happen? Everything could happen. I flew to California, Monday morning. My mother was in hospice, days left, maybe hours. She died Tuesday evening. I was holding her hand, peaceful, surrounded by family. Still devastating. Wednesday through Friday, funeral planning, service, burial, family gathering, grief. I texted David daily updates. He texted support. Take your time. I love you. Mom and Dad say the house is fine. I called his parents once, Wednesday. How's everything? Linda, perfect. The house is great. Don't worry about anything. Focus on your mother. We've got this handled. I believed her, trusted her. Stupid. Saturday, the funeral. 200 people. Beautiful service, celebration of my mother's life. Exhausting, emotional. Sunday, I flew home. Red-eye flight. Landed at 6 a.m. exhausted, grieving, just wanted my bed, my house, my daughter. She'd stayed with David's sister. I drove home, pulled into my driveway. The house looked different, empty. No curtains and windows, no cars, nothing. I unlocked the door, walked in. Empty, empty. No furniture, no appliances, no photos, no clothes, nothing. Bare walls, bare floors, echo when I spoke. On the kitchen counter, the only thing left was a handwritten note. Jessica, we sold your house. Closing was yesterday. Got $465,000. Great price in this market. You need to be out by tonight. P.S. We're sending you our moving bill, $12,000 for helping you downsize. Mom and Dad Harrison. My in-laws, who'd been house-sitting while I buried my mother, sold my house that I bought before marriage, that had my name and only my name on the deed? I called David, voice shaking. Your in-laws sold my house. He laughed. What? That's impossible. I'm standing in an empty house. They left a note, said they sold it, got $465,000. Closing was Friday, while I was at my mother's funeral. Silence. They what? Sold my house. I called the police immediately. Someone sold my house without my permission while I was out of town. I need to report theft, fraud. The officer arrived, reviewed the note, asked questions. Man, who's on the deed? I am. Only me. Jessica Martinez. Your in-laws aren't on the deed? No, they have no ownership, no authority. They were house-sitting. He called his supervisor. We need detectives. This is major fraud. Detective Maria Santos arrived. Property Crimes, Fraud Division. She asked for documentation. I showed her. Original deed, Jessica Martinez, sole owner. Marriage certificate showing David and I married after the purchase. Note from in-laws admitting they sold the house. Bill demanding payment for their crimes. Detective Santos said, this is real estate fraud, forgery, theft, multiple felonies. How did they sell a house they don't own? We went to the title company, the one who processed the sale. The title officer pulled up the records. Sale closed Friday. Seller, Jessica Martinez. Buyer, Thompson Family Trust. Sale price, $465,000. I said, I never authorized this sale. I was in California, my mother's funeral. The title officer went pale. You're Jessica Martinez, the seller? Yes, but I didn't sell. I was across the country. He pulled up the closing documents. Signature page. Is this your signature? I looked. It was supposed to be my signature, but it wasn't. Similar, but wrong. Forgery. He pulled up notarization. It was notarized by, he checked, Linda Harrison. She's a notary public in Virginia. Linda, my mother-in-law, notarized her own forgery of my signature to steal my house. Detective Santos said, this is federal. Wire fraud, forged documents, notary fraud, theft over $100,000, federal crime. I'm calling the FBI. The FBI took over. Financial Crimes Unit. Real estate fraud is their jurisdiction when it involves wire transfers over $100,000. They investigated, fast, thoroughly, brutally. What they found? Linda and Robert had planned this for weeks, before my mother even died. Obtained blank real estate forms, forged my signature, Linda practiced, they found practice sheets, forged my ID, photoshopped driver's license. Linda used her notary seal to verify the forged signature, listed the house for sale using forged power of attorney, accepted offer $465,000, closed sale while I was at my mother's funeral, deposited money in their account, $465,000. And they had cleaned out the house, sold my furniture, threw away photos, put some items in storage, the cheapest unit they could find, and sent me a bill for $12,000 for their moving services. The audacity. The FBI arrested them Tuesday morning, both of them, at their apartment. Federal charges: wire fraud, real estate fraud, forgery, my signature, my ID, notary fraud, Linda using her seal for an illegal purpose, theft, over $100,000, federal crime, grand larceny, state charges. Total 12 federal charges, 8 state charges each. They tried to defend themselves. Jessica abandoned the house. We were helping. FBI agent: she was burying her mother for 4 days. That's not abandonment. You forged her signature, stole her house. That's multiple felonies. The evidence was overwhelming. Forged signatures, handwriting analysis proved forgery. Practice sheets found in their apartment. My alibi, flight records, funeral attendance. I was 3